Welcome back, demons, to DevilBabyGaming. How are we all today? I am not great, if you guys want to know the truth. I am actually I came down with the flu, sadly. So, I know I gotta get the game done, and that's why I have no camera today, guys. I look like complete crap, and I feel bad, but there's not a lot I can do about it, man. I hope you guys enjoy and everything. It's just, you know, we gotta get her done.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
That's nice.
Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, I'll probably be doing WarZone later if I'm starting to feel better, man.
It's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago. Here it is.
Thanks for stopping by and dropping a like. I
as
always
both
appreciate it,
teams
man.
made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
I have to pause it throughout the video or the stream, guys. I'm really sorry.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go.
Obviously, it's not the run. I can breathe and talk to you just fine.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's second down now. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. Ideally, all teams want to have that open week later in the year rather than this early. But you make do with what they give you. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A look now at our starting defense. They come into this one ranked #5 in the NFL against the run.
And the mantra of this unit, get to the football. Fly to the ball carrier. And you know you can tell that they do it really well? At the end of each play, when you click off the frame, count the number of guys that are around the ball carrier. It's always 7, 8, 9 guys. They get to them each and every play.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
8 lead. Defense wins championships, baby. Get down.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mikel Roby-Coleman, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive. On the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting
we
back
are
here
not passing the ball like we have the
much
first
more than that.
3 weeks, someone said.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Here we go.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Tannehill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taylor Gabriel with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Let's go. Do it.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it'll be 2nd down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. draw play for Gurley. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. To throw on 2nd and 6, Tannehill. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A look now at the defensive starting lineup for the 49ers. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. Oh, now Lindsay lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Right there, and then the ball comes loose. Yeah, that's still my ball. Good catch, Lindsay. Him in for a little bit.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. From just shy of midfield, Tannehill, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Play action. It's Tannehill rolling to his left. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught. Awesome. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. John Ross, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
And why not 4 verts? One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Here's Gurley. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
He gets it to Gurley, complete. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Could be.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have possession. And they have
man, Todd.
38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, Tannehill. Flush to his right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give running right, Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Break. Mike, 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got it. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tannehill. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Shit. Well, there goes Lindsey.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday. And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
I knew I shouldn't have
Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point try good by Gano. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Already, man. Here's Sternum. Crap. No run game, guys. We have no run game.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it.
How do you miss
it's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end.
Did you see Von Miller get in there?
25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Here's Murray. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
One ball,
they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. This is the tight end fan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First down, Cleveland.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw is Tannehill. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Set. 10-2 stop. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here we go.
Hey, Echo.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. This is caught. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
That was pretty damn good. I'm pretty proud of that.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it was the Patriots who began yet another title defense with the victory. Ryan Fitzpatrick, terrific in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Doug Martin, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory.
Dang.
Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. In our game has been Ryan Tannehill, who's had the hot hand in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Tannehill on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
15 line.
All right, Washington. Let's see what we can do, buddy.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Tannehill. He's got his tight end fan. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. The handoff right side, it's Washington. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That 2nd down play nets a -4. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26. Tannehill now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Here's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Nikel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, Wahoo!
Off play action, Tannehill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
It certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Gano's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. It's complete to Robinson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I'm all right with
Here's
that.
Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're cheating right there on the brink, aren't they?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Tannehill. No escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
We got 3. Don't let A.
And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 32-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike is 50.
2nd and 9. Murray. Robinson's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Cooper's got it. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Best defense, the run defense in the game,
3
man.
yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Throwing now is Murray. It's hauled in by Shepard. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Badgley's kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
That was like the weakest hit I've ever seen in my entire life.
49er touchdown.
How he fumbles.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his...
How do I,
Field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Thank you.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
After review of the play,
the Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here's Tannehill, and this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get it.
And went for a touchdown.
He got 29 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. It's complete to Grant. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
90 Wolf. Check. Topper. Get it.
Tannehill going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Let's go.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray, that's complete to Robinson. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Matt Darr now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now Ryan Tannehill becomes a focus.
Let's go now.
The Browns drive about to get started, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another
Who said anything about
touchdown.
taking it easy?
This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Gano for the extra point.
Last one up.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. 1-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Murray. He finds Robinson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll drop down to 1-3. There they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, boys, girls. Actually, there is no girls on this team. I'm proud of y'all. You guys played all really hard. Tannehill, we threw that one interception at the very beginning of the game. You know what? You redeemed yourself. You came back and you scored, what, 4 touchdown passes, almost 400, over 400 yards, I want to say. You did really good. Our receivers killed it. Devontae Parker, you didn't get as many looks as you usually do, and I'm really sorry to hear that, man. We lost both our running backs, boys, so our run game ain't going to be there like we're hoping. Let's just come back next week. I want to say it's against the Seahawks. I'm not 100% sure. And go from there, boys. So let's get it. Hands in. 1, 2, 3. Cleveland!
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people
Seahawks, I was right. Alright, boys. See you guys on the next one. Have a damn good one. Maybe we'll see you in the next stream, maybe later tonight. I don't know. All depends on